All right, welcome back, everybody. Everybody wants to know which way the economy is going to go. Well, I can tell you, Charles Payne and I, we're just going. One indicator may be right here in your own home. If your home is on wheels, that is, before the economy turns down, recreational vehicle sales are among the first to drop. And Winnebago announces its first quarter earnings at 10 a.m. Eastern today, which gave us a great excuse, Charles, to come out here and check out this very high-end RV. Now, for questions on whether or not RVs are economic indicators, we turn to Richard Kuhn, the president of the RV Industry Association in Washington, D.C. Welcome, Richard.
Good morning.
Well, what's the story here? Are RVs an economic indicator or not?
Absolutely. I think if you check the last 3 decades of the times the country's gone in recession or coming out of recession, you'll find that the RV industry is a very good leading indicator on both sides.
All right, so what's your forecast?
What's the forecast? Well, unfortunately, we're forecasting the business next year to drop down a little bit. It's been off about 10% this year from record-breaking 2006, but we expected it to slip a little bit this year, and we expect it to continue on the first quarter next year. So, but I'd caution you about thinking it's going to go into recession. I think you have to look at everything in the context. For the last 5 years, the RV industry has had record-breaking years of sales, and we just see it kind of flattening out this year. It's going to drop a little bit, like I said, next year down about another 4%, but we don't believe that this is like the past years where we're going to go into recession. Those years, the industry dropped significantly more than they have this past year or next year.
Well, what are the variables that influence RV purchases? I assume some of the standard ones, like interest rates, and if interest rates are headed down, that helps financing, personal income, wealth.
Absolutely. You're absolutely right. Interest rates is a big deal in the industry, and as you said, they're coming down. We really see the industry having a tremendous growth for the next few years. As you know, the baby boomers is one of our major market areas, and it's continuing to grow to the tune of 11,000 people every day turn 50 years old. Along with what we're excited about is the younger generation. Our fastest growing part of our industry is 35-year-olds and under. So we see if interest rates come down, if availability of money stays as good as it is for the RV industry, that we could, with any kind of improvement in consumers' habits of and interest, we could see actually come right out of our business.
Well, I want to ask Charles Payne about this, because Charles is we're here with the gentleman who supplied us with the RV, Jim McAlpin of Grand AMV, and Charles been asking him how much this thing costs. This is a beautiful RV.
It's beautiful. You know, in fact, I took one about 5 years ago to go visit my mother in Alabama. It was an adventurous ride, to say the least. But what I saw, Rich, and I think is interesting, there were a lot of foreigners there who were taking these things out. It seems to me that would be an incredible market for you, particularly with the strong euro. Are you aggressively going after these buyers?
Absolutely. You'll find that especially Canadians are coming down. I think I saw some statistics where like 93% of all the purchases of RVs by Canadians were here in the United States. So they're taking advantage of the low dollar. What you also see is a lot of Europeans are coming over vacationing, and what they typically do is rent RVs and try them first, and then they buy later. So it's a great market.
All right, we have Jim McAlpin here, and he's going to give us a quick nickel tour here, Charles. This thing is beautiful. How much does it cost, and what's the model?
This one's a 40-foot, 4-slide out, and it lists for $230,000.
$230,000. Are these selling? How's business for you?
Well, this part of the market is actually up. You know, the industry is down a little bit, but the higher-end pieces are up.
So all these Wall Street bonuses, are all these guys going to be out getting RVs?
They go for $1 million?
They do. Yeah, that's a real small part of the market.
Okay. Yeah, they like $500,000 to $1 million. I know my wife and I have looked at these and gone, hey, getting lost in America. Give us a real quick idea of what some of the features are on this particular one at $250,000.
Well, this has everything, including things like a washer dryer, you know, a fully equipped bathroom, microwave oven, of course, you know, Corian cabinets, king-size bed.
King-size bed, yeah.
And it's a Comfort Air mattress, you know, dual controls.
Comfort Air, great. And how many people can fit into this one comfortably?
Well, this one, it can sleep 6, but it's really the people that buy this, it's really just a couple.
Just a couple.
All right. Not retired, you know.
All right. And if you wanted to rent it for a week, how much would that cost? Or
well, they usually don't rent these. Most companies don't, but you can rent typically motorhomes for about $1,500 a week.
All right.
Not quite like this. But.
Okay, Richard, Jim, and Charles, thank you so much. And if the past is any indication, the economy may be in for a rocky time in 2008. For the past 3 decades, RV deliveries have dropped before each decline in the U.S. economy, as Richard told us earlier. That's a $15 billion industry, by the way, and it is a bellwether. Up next, he titillated teens and angered his parents with his raunchy rap hits when he made millions with 2 Live Crew. Now, Luther Campbell is back, and he's on Wall Street. Stay tuned.